Hello, friends. Blessings for the new year. Yeah, from Christmas to Epiphany. Yeah, days of rest and inner stillness and sacred nights, according to Rudolf Steiner, for inner preparation. Yeah, spiritual rhythm of reflecting transformation together with dissolution and rebirth. Yeah, to land on the ground, we are witnessing here on the ground much transformation, and specifically in the volatile geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. You remember a few weeks ago, we mentioned that the region was defined by stable blocks and predictable alliances, like the pro-West bloc, which is aligned with the United States and the West, which includes Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Egypt. The other bloc is the Iran-aligned resistance axis bloc, which has Iran, of course, Syria, and the militias, Hezbollah, Hamas, and the independent countries, the balancers in between. And these countries are neither pro-West nor pro-Iran, trying to balance between the East and the West. So in recent months, the Middle East political map has become unusually fluid, and the changes are perceived. Alliances get versatile, inconstant. As an example, we will focus today on Saudi Arabia and the United Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, that were once tightly aligned and united in their pro-West alliance. Now, they have diverging priorities quite independently from their Western allies and from the interest of the Western allies, like concerning Yemen nowadays. While Saudi Arabia seeks political stability and it seeks also a unified Yemen to keep peace along its own borders, the United Arab Emirates provokes and promotes local proxies in southern Yemen to expand its reach, its commercial reach. So those two sister states stand against each other in a race to control the maritime pass, the important pass of Bab el-Mandeb Strait, the Aden Gulf, and the marine axis in the Western Indian Ocean. So why am I bringing this? Just to stress that these tensions expose the limits of this unified Western aligned axis. And I ask myself, do those moves mark a nascent shift toward more independent regional agendas? And this is what attracted my attention in this example, and there are many others. Maybe yes, it does show a shift. Numerous changes in the area may affirm the beginning of autonomous management and a loosening of the unipolar alliance with the Western world. So thank you, friends, for listening, for being with us. Over to you, Efrat.
Thank you, Helen. Good evening, dear friends. So good to be together again. Continuing our reflection on Israel and on the state of Israel, according to the psychosynthesis model, that is, as an entity, it can sadly and painfully be said that this entity is struggling with a severe autoimmune attack. This is expressed in the fact the parts of the entity, the government, and the people of the cabinet are aggressively attacking the institution and representative of justice and democracy. There is an almost violent assault on the president of the Supreme Court. The Minister of Finance, in his remarks, called for him to be run over and later said that he had been misunderstood, but neither retracted his words nor apologized. The Prime Minister kept silence, saying nothing about this. The Knesset and government minister are ignoring ruling of the High Court of Justice and refusing to act in accordance with them. The Minister of Justice dismissed the Attorney General, even though this is not within his authority. These are just a few examples. In remarks delivered by the former President of the Supreme Court, Justice Aharon Barak, at a demonstration on Saturday night, he said that Israel is in fact no longer a liberal democracy. From this example, we can see the severity of the autoimmune disease. The hope for healing and recovery depends on all of us citizens, whether we will respond to the call to go out to the street and fight against this trend, whatever it means. May we succeed doing so. And let the new year bring peace for all humanity. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's go into meditation. Uta is not here, she's traveling. And maybe she'll be hearing us. And take a few breaths. Settle in our body, in the inner silence. Touching base with our heart between the shoulder blades. Let our heart be purified so it may hold complex situations in harmlessness. We collect our mental forces in the center of the head. From here, expanding into an inclusive planetary perspective. And we stand as the soul in incarnation. in the will to love. Visualize ourselves coming together now, reaching out to each other, heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. We are part of the Ajna center of the planet, in vibrational resonance with all soul-guided servers around the world. Standing calm, like on a pinnacle, at the midway point between humanity and hierarchy. We turn our eyes towards struggling humanity, observing the forces in motion, the turmoil and pressure of initiation into a new age. Focusing now on the region of West Asia, get a sense of the many powerful forces meeting here. The Middle East vortex. See if we can sense some of the dynamics of the three groupings, the pro-West, the resistance axis, and the balancers. And get a sense of Palestine and Israel within this context. Realize how West Asia is a playground for humanity's ancient karmic solar plexus issues. Observe the intensity of the struggle, the strongly held narrow identities and beliefs, the righteous claims and selfish interests, and the survival fight for life and for dignity. Lifting now our consciousness towards that of our ashramic co-workers. And opening towards Shambhala, to the divine plan for our planet. In this alignment, let us quietly reflect on the necessary process of transmutation of the condition in West Asia. Visualize the transformation of conflict into a field of creative tension. Sense and intuit a possible process for this zone of complex turmoil to transform into a field of creative tension. Let us take a few seconds in this alignment. And let us invoke the Lords of Liberation to help us transmute all that stands in the way and evoke the soul light in humanity to forge together a path for the saving force on our planet. Let the Lords of Liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to humanity. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and coming save. Come forth, Almighty One. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may we stand with massed intent. Let the fiat of the Lord go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, Almighty One. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, Almighty One. Let love, light, and love, and power, and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, Almighty One, and blend these three. Construct a great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end. See and sense a shaft of pure golden white light, broad and brilliant, flood West Asia. See a huge column of light pouring through all planes. Hold this column steady in the will to peace. See soul light flooding the mental plane of the Middle East. See soul light pouring into the astral plane of the Middle East. See soul light pouring into the etheric physical plane of the Middle East, penetrating into the earth. Joining with the Devic forces, transmuting the ancient records of evil sharing, dissolving and purifying them into the recognition that every human life is sacred. The recognition that every human life is sacred. Let us take 2 minutes to see this work proceeding. Visualize the saving force spreading in West Asia, being active in each nation, each ethnic group, each religious group. Visualize the principle of the highest good of all, gradually and steadily taking root, lifting humanity from solar plexus dynamics into the heart. This we affirm as we sound the great invocation in Arabic and in Hebrew. من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب إلى قلوب الناس وليرجع معلم الكون إلى الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة، تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي ندعون بالجنس البشري لينتج التسمين الحب والنور ويختم على الباب الذي يقيم به الشر، ليجدد النور والحب والقوة للتسمين على الأرض. الله أمين.
מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, יזרום האור אל דעת האדם, ירד האור על פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, תזרום האהבה אל לבבות אנוש, ישוב מורה עולם על פני האדמה. מהמרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם. תכלית אותה מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. מהמרכז אשר נקרא המין האנושי, תוגשם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויחתם הפתח אל הרע. יהי רצון, ויחדשו אור אהבה ועוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדם.